Sairam. Just imagine you come across somebody who tells you that they are absolutely unaware of a thing called the internet. What would your response be? Oh, you don't know about the internet? And most probably you will educate them and make them aware of the tremendous utility and the amazing things that are possible because of the internet. Once they get educated about this, they will say, oh my God, such a magnificent thing and I have been totally unaware of it. What can I do now? It is too late. You will tell them, no, it is never too late. Start using it now and you will start seeing the benefits from now on. Right? Isn't it so? Even if I have been unaware of the internet for the past 20 years, I became aware of it now. I start using it. From now on I can benefit, correct? It's never too late to start using the internet. So is also the case with the inner net, with our connection with God. God has been here, the internet has been here for decades, centuries and millennia before the internet, and it is much more useful and transformative than the internet. And like the internet, even if we have been unaware of this inner net so far, the moment we get to know of it and we start utilizing it, we start seeing the benefits in our life. It is a transformational experience, the likes of which we would have never seen before. That was the story I came across in a book titled The Eternal Charioteer that was released as a special edition for the 65th birthday celebrations of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba in 1990. This is the story of a person called B. Halagappa. Now, Halagappa's story is the one of a prodigal son. It is the story of an orphan who built an orphanage. It is the story of the greatest miracle of God's love, the transformation of the heart. I am sure that this story is going to touch your heart as deeply as it has touched mine. Halagappa was born in the tiny village of Kikkeri in the Mandya district of the Karnataka state in India. Now his parents were devotees of Shirdi Sai Baba, but little Halagappa could not experience much of this because at a very young age, tender age, maybe 7 or 8 years old when he was orphaned, losing both his parents. This was sometime in 1951 or 1952, and after that he became a vagabond. There was nobody to take care of him, and therefore he kept the company of the sadhus, the saints, the sannyasis who would keep going from one place to another without any permanent place to stay. He also joined a group like this, and that is how he got into satsang, good company, listening to the stories of God and visiting many pilgrimage places. It was in this manner that in 1953 he happened to even come to Puttaparthi. In Puttaparthi he had the darshan of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, but that did not leave much of an impact on him. Swami himself at that time was possibly just 26 or 27-year-old. It was just the beginning of the Prashanti Nilayam ashram, and when little Halagappa saw Swami and saw everything, he felt that hey, this is not a true Baba, because he is manifesting vibhuti, trinkets and so many objects. These look like tricks for me. Even if they are not tricks, they are siddhis that are obtainable by any sadhaka. So he had seen many sannyasis and saints do such things. So he was not very impressed, and that was about it. That was his first tryst with Sathya Sai Baba, which apparently had no impact. Years passed and destiny took Halagappa to the north of India, to the north of the town of Rishikesh, where he became a disciple for a few months of Swami Shraddhananda. Now Swami Shraddhananda himself was a disciple of Swami Shivananda of Rishikesh, and Swami Shraddhananda had experienced Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba when Swami visited Swami Shivananda's ashram in 1957. Well, in that year, during that visit, many sages and saints got blessed. One example is that of Swami Purushothamananda, which has been presented in this channel at this link above. It's a beautiful story. In case you have missed it, do watch it. So, Swami Shraddhananda again began to speak to Halagappa about Swami Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. He told him that when Swami had come to Rishikesh and Swami was at Swami Shivananda's ashram, he had yet come and given darshan to Swami Shraddhananda at his residence. How? Swami for sure is at Swami Shivananda's ashram. How is he coming by location? Is he creating another new body? Well, again, these stories are also not very surprising, because on this channel we had covered one such amazing instance of being transported to the Himalayas. In case you missed that story, that is presented at this link above. Hearing all these stories, Halagappa's opinion of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba changed. He also got the interest and a longing to actually go and see Swami. But that never happened till Swami Shraddhananda took his samadhi. He gave up his body and took samadhi in Mount Abu in Rajasthan, after which Halagappa returned back to the south of India, to Karnataka, and this is when he truly got lost. Till now, see, his food, clothing, lodging, all of this had been taken care by the ashrams where he stayed or the people with whom he stayed, especially Swami Shraddhananda in the last few years. But now, with nobody there to take care of him, and he did not know what to do, he was not skilled or trained to do any kind of work, that is when he got into this habit of stealing for his livelihood, to satiate his hunger. He also used to steal because he felt that begging and staying like sadhus and sannyasis was below his dignity. He felt, no, so cheap like this. It's unfortunate that the mind thinks like this. Begging is below dignity, but stealing is not. Stealing should be far below one's dignity. In fact, it is one of the things that Swami says you must give up as a sadhaka. You must give up stealing others' objects, or even coveting others' objects. Once, when Swami was in Bangalore, Halagappa felt, I'll now go and see him, because he is very close. Puttaparthi is far away, but Bangalore is close. So when he had Swami's darshan, Swami admonished and advised him. Swami told him, don't keep wandering about aimlessly here and there. Take up a job and settle down in life. Taking these words of Swami seriously, he returned back to Mysore, which is nearby to Mandya, and there joined in the Pandavapura sugar factory. He joined a daily wage job over there, and he would daily get about 2 rupees, which was a decent sum in those days. But the problem with Halagappa was that he had got into the habit of drinking. Now, drinking is a habit that is bad spiritually, that is bad mentally, that is bad physically. It is bad at every level. For your gross body, subtle body, astral body, for everything it's bad. That's why Swami had once said during a discourse that if you want to give Swami a birthday gift, give up smoking, drinking and eating meat. That is the best birthday gift we can give to Swami on his birthday. That also had been covered in a video at this link above. So, because he had this habit of drinking, that 2 rupees that he got didn't suffice. And one day, as I said, this was a daily wage job, he lost this job. Now he was not even getting that, he didn't know what to do. Once again, he decided, I will go to Puttaparthi and seek Swami's help. So he had to travel and he could not afford a straight journey. So whatever way he could manage, a bullock cart, walking, bus, train, everything. He had reached Penukonda and he was there at the Penukonda level crossing when Swami came over there. Swami was in the car. Swami stops his car and asks him, hey, where are you going? He says, Swami, I am going to Puttaparthi. For what? To have your darshan, Swami. Now you have had my darshan here. Go back home. Swami, I know you have lost your job. I promise you, you will get a permanent job, Swami told him. Till now you were a daily wage laborer, right? You will get a permanent job from which you cannot be thrown away anytime. Go work and continue being good. That was the advice Swami gave, and so he turned back, and just as Swami had said, when he reached back, he got a job in that same sugar factory, and this time it was a permanent job, which means he couldn't be thrown out at a day's, month's notice and all that. And thus life continued for Halagappa. But the 2 rupees a day that he was getting, it translated into a fixed amount of about 60 to 70 rupees a month. That was not sufficient for him with his vice of drinking. And now he came upon a clever plan. What did he do? He would travel to Puttaparthi where Swami was, and over there he would enrich himself spiritually with darshan, but materially by stealing all people's belongings and luggage. He would carry them back home and try to sell most of them. What he could not sell, he used to tell a lie that Swami has given this to me. And this was how he began to enrich himself in Puttaparthi. When we go to Puttaparthi, let us go there only to enrich ourselves spiritually. On one occasion when he was there, he stole the complete suitcase of one devotee and he went up the hillock where this Vatavriksha is there. And behind some boulders there, he hid this suitcase. And from that he was taking one item every day with the plan that finally when I go back, I will take this and go with me. That day, Professor N. Kasturi, who had reached Swami by now, 1958 Professor Kasturi came to Swami. This is the 1960s I am talking about. Professor Kasturi comes searching for Halagappa. Who is Halagappa? Who is Halagappa? Swami wishes to meet you and talk to you. Oh, being summoned by Swami. So he goes. Swami takes him in privately and gives him an admonishment of his life. Admonishes him, scolds him and tells him, what is this you are doing? Stop doing this. This is not good for you. Lead an honest life. Give up bad habits. And don't forget what you started off with. That is when Halagappa felt tremendous repentance. He had started off with good company of sadhus and sannyasis, but he had strayed far away. The prodigal son repented and he prayed to Swami to forgive him. Swami said, yes, go back now. And look at the love of Swami. Swami called Professor Kasturi and told him where one suitcase was hidden. Because there were devotees who were very upset and they had prayed to Swami telling Swami all our luggage has got stolen. Swami had reassured those devotees and called Professor Kasturi and told him the location of where the suitcase was, where Halagappa had kept it. And Professor Kasturi also didn't get to know that it was Halagappa who did this, because as Halagappa says, when it was time to go back, he had no money. And at that time, Professor Kasturi was the one who bought a ticket for him to send him back home. He went back home. He gave up the stealing habit, but it was very hard for him to kick away this drinking habit. The turning point came in 1963 when for Guru Purnima he was at Puttaparthi, and we know what happened during that Guru Purnima. Swami had that paralytic stroke. That is an epochal incident in itself, and in case you don't know those details, oh my God, you're missing out something amazing and fantastic that has been covered in detail at this link above. Do go and see that 45 minutes to 1 hour long satsang on this particular event. Halagappa was present in person there witnessing this whole thing, and he had felt that Swami might not survive this, Swami will be gone. And then the way Swami came out of it, casting away that paralytic stroke as if it was some chaff, as if it was some dead skin in the air, like just blew it away, the paralytic stroke, and got up. He was thrilled. He realized in whose presence he was. This is the Supreme Almighty. And then he said, Swami, I want to dedicate my life only for you. And in the discourse that Swami delivered, that Guru Purnima in 1963, Swami revealed about Shirdi Sai, Parthi Sai and Prema Sai. As I said, Halagappa's family had been connected to Shirdi Sai. He was thrilled to know that Sathya Sai is connected to Shirdi Sai. And then when Swami said that in Mandya district, Prema Sai will be born, Halagappa decided. He said, Swami, give me a blessing, and once you give me that blessing, I have decided that I will stop all of this, dedicate my life for you and settle down along the banks of river Kaveri at Mandya district, waiting, because that is the holy place of Prema Sai, right? The very next day, Swami comes straight to Halagappa and gives him Pad Namaskar. That's it. That is the sign that seals the deal. Halagappa returns to Mandya as he had promised, and in a town called Srirangapatna, which is along the banks of the river Kaveri, he set up a small home, a dwelling place, and began to lead a life of devotion and service, serving the society. In fact, that service grew in size and it actually became an orphanage. And he would name his children, the children that he would take care of, after Swami, so that every time he calls out to them, he remembers Swami. At this orphanage, there were two small enamel pictures that Halagappa had purchased at Puttaparthi. One was of Swami, the other of Shirdi Sai Baba. The amazing thing is, the miracle of the creation of Amrit or ambrosia, nectar, began from these two pendants, from these two photographs. Continuously Amrit, this sweet smelling, fragrant and tasty liquid, began to emanate endlessly. Halagappa didn't know what to do. He put those two in a vessel and the vessel would get filled with Amrit. He used to distribute this Amrit to everyone. Thousands and thousands of devotees made it a point to stop by this ashram at Srirangapatnam, taking a detour, It comes further south of Bangalore, Srirangapatna, when you travel from Puttaparthi. So they would travel further, go to this ashram and experience this. There are videos of this online where people are holding these two pendants in their hand and Amrit keeps oozing out. Many miracles. There would be photographs filled with vibhuti. Swami showed Halagappa that once you have dedicated your life for me, I will dedicate my life for you. I am there with you, in you, above you, below you, around you, always. And Halagappa stayed there at that hermitage, at that ashram, taking care of these children with all love, inspiring thousands and thousands of devotees along the path of devotion and service, till he breathed his last. He breathed his last there only. And so many miracles happened there. And I think the prodigal son who had lost his way found back his way thanks to the immense love of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, sometimes we too feel that we have lost our way, or maybe we have come too late to Swami. Never. With Swami, we will never lose the way. With Swami, it is never too late. Let us begin this day, this moment onwards, telling Swami, we need you, we want you. Please come and fill our lives. Please take charge of our lives. Become the charioteer of our life. He will gladly do it. And we too will experience this miracle of transformation just as Halagappa experienced it. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.